Here to talk about a very important issue, that is the dangers of carbon monoxide. We are with Julio Garcia, the director of the Springhill Medical Center for Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine. How are you doing today?
Good morning. How are you doing, sir?
Thanks for coming on Studio 10. We appreciate it. First question first. What is carbon monoxide? What do people need to know about it?
Well, carbon monoxide is a very simple molecule, and it's a byproduct of combustion. It's just one carbon atom and one oxygen atom. But the real danger of it is that it has a lot of affinity, or it's really attracted to red blood cells and binds with the red blood cells. And then essentially you asphyxiate while you're breathing because the oxygen then cannot get to your body.
And of course, right now the temperature is getting a lot cooler. A lot of people are turning on their furnaces, and that's where the danger really starts to come into play.
Absolutely, especially when you look at carbon monoxide injuries across the country. They're seasonal events, usually in winter times, and here along the Gulf Coast with hurricane seasons, and when we have great loss of power. So you definitely want to get your furnace checked out before starting to operate it during the winter months. And summertime, you want to make sure that your generators are at least 20 feet away from the house, is what we found when we did some work with the CDC.
So if you're at your home and you haven't done either of these things, what are some of the symptoms that people can look for to say, hey, this is a warning flag? Well,
it's a very invisible killer, honestly. About 4,000 people a year die unintentionally from carbon monoxide, as high as 20,000 with intentional suicide deaths. But it's colorless, odorless, tasteless, so there's no real way to detect it. The best protection for you is a battery-operated, and I emphasize the words battery-operated, carbon monoxide monitor. You can pick up at a Lowe's, Walmart, Ace Hardware, whatever the case may be. You usually run anywhere from 20 to 40 bucks, and can save your life and the life of your family.
And that's something you just place somewhere in the home and keep it there year-round?
Yeah, and usually what the fire departments recommend is right around the times that we do the daylight savings, you want to check the batteries in your carbon monoxide monitor for the fall, and in the spring you want to check your batteries in your fire alarms. So that makes sense, and it's a good way to remember it.
Great tips for prevention. Lastly, though, if someone is experiencing some of these symptoms, what do they need to do?
Well, I think I missed on the symptoms, but you know, headache, dizziness, aches and pains, and that's a real danger with it, is because it mimics flu-like symptoms, which we're all going to be experiencing here in the near future.
Right.
So you got to be careful. If you got a chronic headache, any type of those symptoms, dizziness, you want to report to an emergency room and get checked out.
All right, so get your furnace checked, and most importantly, get a carbon monoxide detector.
Absolutely, that's your best defense.
All right, thank you very much, Julio Garcia, for being here. We appreciate it.
All right, coming up next on Studio